Hello, I'm the Very Noisy House, and I'm going to read you The Very Noisy House. Clomp, clomp, clomp. At the bottom of the very tall house lived an old lady. She walked with the help of a big wooden stick. Clomp, clomp, clomp went the stick as she crossed the room. Clomp! Woof, woof, clomp, clomp. Living in the big room above the old lady was a big brown dog. It pricked up his ears. Is that someone knocking at the door? He thought. He raced round the room barking. Woof, woof. In the room above the dog, a small ginger cat was quietly sleeping. She opened one eye. Is that a dog barking? It must be after me, she thought. She began to meow loudly with fright. Meow! In the room above the ginger cat, a baby was playing in his cot. He heard the frightened cat meowing, and the noise upset him. A tear rolled down his cheek, and he began to cry. Whoa! In the attic above the baby were 5 roosting birds, and they were disturbed by the noisy baby crying. They fluttered, squawking into the air. Squawk! Squawk! Wah! Wah! Meow! Woof! Clump! The baby heard the squawking birds and didn't like the sound. He cried even louder. The ginger cat listened to the baby crying and was frightened by the sound. She meowed even more. Downstairs, the barking dog heard the ginger cat meowing. He became very excited at the thought of chasing it. He barked as loud as he could. At the bottom of the tall house, the old lady was annoyed by the barking dog. She banged her stick hard on the ceiling to try to quieten him. But it got noisier. At the sound of the banging, the dog barked louder, even more. The old lady decided to sit her favourite chair and do some knitting to take her mind off the noise. Click, click, clickety click went the knitting needles. The brown dog listened to the rhythm of the clicking needles and began to feel sleepy. He stopped barking and settled down in his basket. The cat could no longer hear the barking, so she closed her eyes and went quietly to sleep. The baby, soothed by the sound of silence, drifted off to sleep too. The birds in the attic had some peace at last and fluttered quietly down to roost. Ah, said the old lady, I shall make a nice cup of tea. She got up from her chair and picked up her walking stick. Clomp, clomp, clomp went the stick as she crossed the room. Clomp, clomp. The big brown dog pricked up his ears. And that's the end. Thank you. Can you guess who I am?